Hey guys, it's Jason Jani and welcome back to my channel. It's good to have you here. I took about 10 or so days off ripping video content because I've had a lot going on in my personal life as well as the world of SCE. A lot of postponements, a lot of cancellations, and a lot of things swirling around as a result of changing executive orders in the Northeast as the second wave takes shape. So today I want to offer a business topic, a business tip, and something that I've learned through, I guess, the past 10 or so months navigating all things surrounding COVID in the Northeast and its impacts on my business. Before I go into it, I'd love to invite you to drop down below, hit the subscribe button, and support your boy right here on this channel. I promise to bring relevant content that will hopefully help you in some way, shape, or form right here each and every week. That's what this is all about, pushing things up, helping people out, and hopefully getting us all on track to do amazing things in the future as we get through all things surrounding COVID. Now we're talking about COVID, and I want to dive right into it. So we've learned a lot of things going through this crazy experience over the past, let's say, 10 months. In total, my business, SCE Event Group, and if you're not following my company here on YouTube, I'd love to invite you to do that as well. Just click up over here and join us as we post our vlog content over there. But our business has been impacted tremendously. Annually, we do a ton of events and we work with a ton of different people in a ton of different places. Thus far, we've been impacted somewhere in the area of 1,400 events, 1,400 events that have been canceled, postponed, or are unsure what they're gonna do. And it's really been hard on us from a business perspective. I wanna share with you one way that we've been able to kind of navigate through all this stuff and make sense of it and also be protected, and that is our contract. So if you're a new DJ and you don't have a contract, it's super important that you get one. It's super important that you hire an attorney to craft a contract for you. And if you are someone that's been in the business for a long time, it is super important that you update your contract, especially if you haven't done it since the beginning of 2020. Here's where I'm going with this. Throughout the course of this pandemic, we've learned a ton. And there's two big things that we've had to alter in our contract structure, not just going back to the beginning of time, but for everything moving forward. And that is to protect the company and the people that represent the company at events in the future. So the first thing is all things surrounding your payment structure, right? And when I say all things, we want to make sure that we carefully lay out the contract terms that carefully break out how the terms interact with your payment structure. And that's kind of a lot to say, but in short, it's essentially breaking out all of the various tasks that take place from executing a contract in terms of signing it through executing an event, and that means delivering the services that you're hired for on the contract. So all things that surround the various milestones that take place in your contract so that it's easily understood, but also is defendable in the court of law should someone default on a contract and you not be able to get paid, or someone take you to court in hopes of earning back maybe payments that have been made to date. I think that's super important. The second thing that I've learned through this crazy world that we're living in is if you do not have, and chances are 99.99999% of all entertainment companies and small businesses that work in the event space never had, because no one knew about it, is a COVID or pandemic clause in your contract. We actually just added a COVID liability clause to every single one of our contracts. And this clause not only protects our team when we're working on an event, but it protects the company itself from being held liable should there be an outbreak, should people violate executive orders, and it really holds the people throwing the event accountable for their universe of people, because we're just the DJs, and the byproduct of playing great music is sometimes people get up and get crazy and they dance and they might not listen. I mean, they usually listen to the DJ, but it's not our job to always police everyone, and people sometimes don't want to listen, especially when there's alcohol involved. So this clause really protects the business and helps you defend yourself should there be some type of fine imposed by your local government, should there be a shutdown, and or should there be an outbreak of some sort. And we hope and pray that that doesn't happen at people's events, but it has happened. And as a matter of fact, I just read this really long article about a wedding that happened in Washington where there was an outbreak and people ended up passing away, and it's just super sad. So that alone is the reason why, if you do not have a COVID liability clause in your contract, you need one. You shouldn't be writing your contracts yourself. It's super important that all contracts from time to time be updated, be revamped, be evaluated by a professional, legitimate contract attorney. And there's a ton of resources online for you and in your area. All you have to do is go to Google and search business contract attorney near me and just see what pops up. I would say interview 3 different people, have a phone call with 3 different people, and choose the person you feel most comfortable with. Not always the best bargain, because the terms of what your contract says is really important, especially as we become busy again, moving things around and performing at events in the future. Your contract is everything. And if you don't have a contract, you need one. If you haven't updated it in a while, it's time to do it. My name is Jason Jani, and I'd love to engage with you guys in the comments below. So do me a favor, if you have questions regarding any of this, if you'd like to get some more information, if you're just not really sure what I'm talking about, whatever, drop in the comments below, add to the comments, and let's continue the conversation there. Now, if you've done something else, I want to hear about it. If you don't agree with me, I want to hear about it. Drop down below, hit the comments field, and let's share and push this industry up together. I appreciate you checking out this video. Thank you so much for joining me. Be on the lookout for another video dripping real soon right here on this channel. Thanks for watching.